And now I am very happy to be able to bring on the 8th most listened to radio talk show host in the United States. I'm sure is a favorite of many of you, if not most, and if he isn't, if you're not familiar with him, tune in on Salem Radio Network to the Mike Gallagher Show. Mike Gallagher, one of the foremost political commentators in the United States, is here with us today. Please give him a big welcome.
So this is what America looks like, huh? Look around, because the media might tell a different story about this gathering. Look around. The mainstream media might say, oh, 100 or 200 people showed up. You know, those crazy Tea Partiers. Well, look around and look all the way down this street. This is the face of the United States of America. As a talk radio host and a Fox News Channel contributor, and I'm proud of my association with Fox News, it gives me great joy to represent grassroots Americans. This is the kind of grassroots effort that will beat back this mosque. And speaking of grassroots Americans, how about the woman, the driving force behind today, the lady from Atlas Shrugs, the blogger, the author, Pamela Geller, and the job she has done today. She's the kind of grassroots voice that gets things done. She's the reason that this kind of an event will make a difference. And she's the reason that so many of us can be proud on this solemn commemorative day, a sunny, bright Manhattan September day like 9/11/2001. Many of the families, as you've heard today, whose loved ones lost their lives at the hands of Muslim extremists are positively anguished over the idea of a mosque being built so close to the spot where their precious family member took their last breath. Today, as we memorialize those who died and remember the family, friends, and countrymen left behind, we stand in solidarity with those who believe that an Islamic cultural center and mosque in the shadows of where the Twin Towers once proudly stood is an appalling lack of sensitivity and respect. In fact, it is the height of disrespect and a blatant and offensive assault on the legacy of those who were slaughtered by extremists who did what they did in the name of Allah. This week, President Obama suggested that this 9/11 this year should be used as a date to try and develop a better understanding of the Muslim world. While many of us would deeply agree that perhaps it is time to try and better understand a world that could produce so many fanatics who believe that terror and bloodshed and the killing of innocent men, women, and children in any way is acceptable, the president is definitely not on the same page with most Americans and New Yorkers over this mosque. His lack of compassion for 9/11 victims like the ones we've heard from today is breathtaking. Shame on you, President Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, may we one day have an American president who has the courage and wisdom to suggest that perhaps the anniversary date of 9/11 could be used as a day for the Muslim world to try and understand the non-Muslim world. As a big mouth on the radio, a white Methodist American citizen, may I be so bold as to speak for a moment for this non-Muslim world. I think I can safely represent this world by reminding all that this debate has never been about religious liberty. No one has ever suggested that mosques be banned. No one has ever advocated any serious effort for a Muslim moratorium. No one has ever suggested that Muslims aren't free to worship in the way they wish to worship. In fact, most of us understand that this Ground Zero mosque is likely on solid legal footing. No, this is not a legal or technical debate, nor is it any kind of anti-Muslim hysteria. This is simply a belief that family members whose loved ones were brutally murdered, the ones we heard from today, should be respected when they say that an Islamic mosque at this site is wildly inappropriate. Of course, most of the mosque supporters already know all of this. Many on the other side don't think this is an assault on religious liberties for Muslims. They simply like the confrontation. They revel in the controversy and the heartache and the pain and the angst that they have created. Well, the solution is simple. It's easy. If the developers truly want to foster goodwill and understanding, they will do the right thing and move the mosque somewhere else. One gesture, one single gesture of good faith on their part, by respecting the family members' wishes, would do so much more good than one single building at one particular location could ever hope to accomplish. And while we remember the days when we had a president who would stand up to Islamic terrorists, may we once again have a mayor, a New York mayor, who has the courage and the wisdom to stand with the majority of Americans over an issue like this one. Sadly, we don't have that now. There was a mayor who was such a man. He was the mayor on 9/11/2001. That's a mayor we can believe in. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on this holy and emotional day, this passionate day, this angry day, where we have a right to let our voices be heard, may our prayers in our hearts be with two themes. One, that the organizers and developers of this mosque will do the right thing. And two, may God's loving hand comfort each and every one of you who had the courage to be here today. May his hand comfort the grieving and the sad, and all of us today and all days. God bless all of you. God bless those who have lost so much. God bless New York City, and God bless America.